Hello, my name is Linda, also known as Tortajala around the internet. I love creative journaling and all things stationery. And today I want to share a new traveler's notebook that I bought from a D stash. It is the Taiwan Beer and eslite bookstore collaboration with the Traveler's Company. And this is from 2021 when it was the 15th anniversary of the Traveler's Company, so you'll see the 15th anniversary text on a lot of the designs. Now, ES Light is a bookstore chain in Taiwan, so at the time I believe you could go into the bookstores and buy the TN there. There were also special events and pop up shops during that year. The special release also had accessories that were sold with this camel TN. Basically, just toasting to the people of Taiwan for the 15th anniversary of Traveler's Company. So all the designs have that sort of theme and imagery, riffing off the Taiwan beer label design with the classic green color of Taiwan beer bottle. So when it comes to special edition TNs, they are usually highly sought after because Traveler's Company just has diehard fans and collectors. And I have heard of some people being able to find this specialty in Taiwan, maybe in a bookstore because they still have them in stock. Some people have even bought them sort of discounted because it's like an old product, but mostly you're going to see this special edition from resellers on eBay, and it can get really pricey. As many of us know, any special edition TN just becomes a collector's item. I was basically super lucky because I stumbled upon this in a D stash. It was used, but barely used. I bought it, and the person even sent it with one of the Taiwan beer branded canvas drawstring bags, the one with the beer can screen printed on it. So I got everything with the original packaging and the unused insert inside. So I'm super grateful and happy to have gotten this very special TN at like pretty much normal price. I could not pass up that opportunity, so I had to get it. And since I was getting the TN, I sort of went all out. I hopped onto Etsy and I actually ordered all of the accompanying accessories that were released with the special TN because I wanted the stickers and charms and I wanted to like put everything together. Just whatever I could get my hands on. So you can see the designs are all around like the beer motif and showcases the 15th anniversary seal. I already had the beer can canvas bag from the seller of the TN because they just included it and gave it to me, but I had bought all the accessories, so the canvas bag is actually a set, like a smaller one and a larger one. And the smaller beer can canvas bag, it fits the standard size TN perfectly, so it's a pretty big canvas bag. And then the larger canvas bag actually has the glass beer bottle design, and that is way bigger, so it can fit a lot more. I think I might actually frame the larger canvas bag like it's a, work of art kind of thing. And by the way, if you notice the giant green ribbon on top of those canvas bags, it's like a warning label about alcohol. I think any product that has like alcohol related kind of stuff, it has to have a warning in Taiwan. So interesting to note. So obviously you can remove that ribbon label, just, and have the decorative bag kind of thing. But I thought that was pretty funny. So, probably going to frame this larger canvas bag because I just really like the look of it. And of course, then I have two of the beer can ones that are identical. Maybe I'll frame the smaller one. I don't know. We'll see. But I also got the washi tape roll, which has cases of Taiwan beer and beer bottles on it, as well as a camel TN like next to the beer bottles, and it's looks so cute. There's like TNs inside one of the yellow beer cases as well. Like they're taking a little ride or something, just adorable. I definitely will be using this throughout as I document, beer adventures. And so, besides the washi tape, I also picked up the special sticker set. So these are the larger sort of color stickers that come with many of the special edition releases of TNs. They're pretty giant, so I think that they're good for adding to the cover of inserts to decorate them up since they take up quite a bit of space, or on the craft folders for decoration. I'm definitely going to add one to my craft folder in this specific TN. I just sort of want to theme everything accordingly since I have all of the Taiwan beer accessories, designs, and things like that. These stickers are actually beer labels from Taiwan beer from like the past to the present, but with the Travelers Company 15th anniversary like design elements like mixed in. So I'll have to decide which sticker I actually want to use on this craft folder. It's going to be like the first thing that I see when I open up this TN. I think I might just go with the iconic one that matches the rest of the um, like inserts and TNs. I'm assuming it's the modern day, Taiwan beer label, whereas the other stickers are definitely from years past. I don't want to hoard the stickers. I want to use them, so I'm going all out, and I will definitely show you a more detailed flip later of me setting everything up, like when I have everything all ready. And along with the stickers, I also bought the charm set, which features a green beer bottle and a little brass charm that is a can opener. I think you maybe are supposed to put the can opener charm on the bookmark string of your TN, but I'm just going to put both charms onto the elastic because I want it all in the center of the TN. Sometimes I put charms on the top binding of my TNs as well, where that little metal circle is. It's another spot where you can like hook on little charms. But in this case, I'm just going to go simple. I'm just going to put all the charms on the main closure elastic. I'm definitely in a phase of putting all the charms on these days. I know that some people find it annoying to have charms because, they make noise, they might scratch up or dent your TN leather cover. It's obviously a decorative element and not completely necessary. But I just want this TN to be like decked out with all the accessories that I bought. And again, I want to use all the things that I have and just make it fun and decorative. I really only carry my everyday carry TN. And maybe when I'm traveling, I will have a travel TN. But all of these other like themed TNs, I mostly just use them at my desk. So I don't really find that it's a problem to have all the extra, charms and things like that. I think it's fun. It's nice to add like the little extra tidbits. And this camel TN for Taiwan Beer eslite bookstore collab for the Travelers Company is a standard size and it is a camel colored TN. It features the Travelers Company 15th anniversary sort of logo branding seal that was done in collaboration with Taiwan Beer. I mean, I'm assuming they took like elements and just put it all together and made this design. And it is basically gold foiled onto the front of the camel TM. And I really like this like combination, like this look. Camel is also my favorite leather color from Traveler's Company, so I'm always up for another camel TN. And this one definitely feels a bit fuzzy and has that distinct like camel color and camel texture when it comes to Traveler's notebook covers. Usually the black and blue TNs are like more slick and brown is like somewhere in the middle, as opposed to camel, which is like soft and fuzzy. So I'm definitely, totally loving the whole look and the green elastic, like everything just matchy matchy. And I'm definitely going to use the washi tape as well. I want to add it somewhere on the craft folder, and I'm also collecting all the packaging and like ephemera tidbits and things like that so that I can include them in my insert. My thought with the craft folder is that I'm going to have a craft folder in pretty much every one of my TNs, and I use it to protect the insert so that, the insert covers, they don't get damaged or bashed up or dirty, also from rubbing up against the leather. So I like using either a plastic cover or a craft folder. But my idea in having a craft folder in every single TN is to keep adding stickers from every year by Traveler's Company to the craft folder so it'll keep building up and growing over time. As you know, I have a lot of traveler's notebook supplies and things like that. And I've definitely had videos in the past when I was getting back into my traveler's notebooks, going through my supplies, trying to like organize and use my stash. And I realized that I had a lot of stickers that I was sort of hoarding, waiting for the perfect time to use them, which does not make any sense, especially when the year passes by and some of the stickers have like the year on them, like when you buy the yearly sticker set. So I'm definitely, definitely pushing myself to just use all the supplies, to just be more free, especially with the sticker sets, and just stop hoarding them. I don't just want to collect for the sake of collecting because um, I don't see the purpose in it. So I actually started doing this with all of my covers, like just having a craft folder of some sort and decorating it up with stickers from every year. And of course, I will keep adding to it. I used to, think that, wait, let me not use this sticker because there could be like a perfect project or a perfect insert. But now it's like, okay, let's just stop waiting. Let's just use the things. Um, it's not that I want to waste them or use them without any, thought, but I don't want them to just collect dust in like storage. So looking at my stash, I definitely have stickers, labels, all of that kind of stuff from like 2023, 2024. I don't know. Old sticker sets, 2020, probably 2022 as well as the latest 2025 Love and Trip one. And, some of them have the year on them. Like some of them are labeled 2024, right? So we're at the end of the year already. If I don't use them, they're just going to be outdated. And it's not to say that you can't use certain stickers, even if it has like a different year on them, but like it would be nice to just use them in the year that I'm in. So definitely it is a theme for me. Um, now and ongoing to just like use all the things, to not hoard supplies, to actually enjoy the things that I've bought, in the stationery world, and also to not forget about them. Because when I put things away and like they go in storage, it's just like out of sight, out of mind, right? Like you stash things away and time just passes and you just forgot like to use them. So I do have older like sticker sets from the past, also from Traveler's Company. I was just looking through everything. I even have doubles. Like what? Okay. Uh, but I'm definitely going to go through and add a bunch to this brand new craft folder that I got for this TN. And of course, still leave space because I'm going to fill it up over time. But I definitely want to include at least like one sticker from each of the years. So it sort of like marks like the TN journey from the different years. And, hopefully I'll be able to keep the craft folder like relatively, clean. Or at least not rip it apart. Hopefully, my kids don't get into it because sometimes they do get really bashed up through use. But I feel like out of all the TN colors, the black TN is the one that like really rubs off a lot, maybe just because it's darker. I don't know. Let me know if you have experience. Does the olive do that, I wonder? Because I don't have a Traveler's Company olive TN yet. So, but I just use either a craft folder or one of the plastic card holders, something like that, to sort of separate the leather from the actual like paper inserts so that even though they're in contact, you won't get like that color transfer. And that works pretty well. So I'm just going to go through and look at, my stickers, any ephemera and things like that that I have in my TN supplies and see what I can add to my craft folder. Sometimes I feel like I can hesitate so long before like laying down one sticker, and then sometimes I'm like just hyping myself up and I'm just able to go for it and just put it on without like too much thought. Um, yeah. So I think that this will be fun to do, and I also collect all of the ephemera as well. I have to remind myself to use them though. So many like little things collected, and it's always like, oh, there'll be a time when I'll use it, but then they just sit there for years and years, and time just passes. I don't know about you. I also have a hard time throwing away like the Traveler's Company like packaging as well, even if I have like multiples of some. But I feel like, oh, I might want to use it, so I keep a lot of the packaging, which at some point I just need to use it, right? Like incorporate it um, into my inserts, maybe for deco, for the title pages, or even maybe just use them in random journaling. I'm definitely an ephemera collector, so it is a challenge to organize them. Um, it's hard to throw away like pretty packaging, not just Traveler's Company, but any kind of ephemera, right? Like it looks cool and you think you might want to use it in some way, so it's hard to let go. Let me know if you have a way that you organize or store all of that kind of ephemera. Do you have a dedicated place or does it get sort of out of hand? I have a couple different locations because I don't know why I separate the Traveler's Company stuff like just separately by itself. I don't know, that's not really necessary, but I do have like the memory keeping kind of stuff, ephemera in one place because that probably is my most like regimented like habit in terms of all the journaling things that I do. My memory keeping is pretty much always up to date photos of my kids, like that kind of stuff. It's like the first thing and the easiest thing for me to do, anyways. But yeah, for the TNs, I don't know why I have all this stuff together and separate. Yeah, let me know down in the comments if you have thoughts on keeping ephemera. I would definitely like to know. I'm very curious. If you've watched any of my older videos, you know that I'm trying to control my collection tendencies and buy less so that I can use what I already have and give them more attention, right? Because there is a limit to how much time we have to use the things that we have. We only have so much time in a day, but it doesn't mean that I'm never going to buy anything new. I've always said, like, I don't really do no spends because I mean, I've done them before in the past, but I feel like it just backfires because, like, you can make yourself do a no spend for a month, but then afterwards, what happens? It's really about your budget, like financially, and also was just thinking this thing about how much time do you actually have to play with the things that you buy, right? So, one of the things that I've realized is that when you make like a big order and you get a bunch of new stationery supplies and tools, but you don't even have time to thoroughly like use all the new things that you've bought. Whereas in the olden days, I feel like when I went to like actual stationery stores in person, you might literally buy like one new thing. So then you have so much more time where you're like using that new thing, if that makes sense. Like it's just this idea of having better balance, I guess, in indulging in your hobbies and doing what makes you happy, but at the same time not overwhelming yourself. So this Taiwan beer TN, it's been on my wish list for a while, but I've only ever seen it sold by like resellers on eBay and stuff like that, really high prices. So it was just like a nice to like one day maybe, but I did not know if I would ever get it. So when it came up on the D stash, I just had to grab it. Taiwan definitely has a special place in my heart. I visited Taipei many years ago. This was like when I was very young, and um, I only had a film camera. So that's how long it was. And I don't really have that many amazing photos compared to today with our phones. We would take like a gajillion, right? Photos just because we all have like digital storage. It's so much easier just to take as many photos as you want. But back in the film days, like 35 millimeter film, only 24 photos per roll. Looking back, it feels like I barely have any photos from that trip and very limited documentation because I was younger and I scrapbooked like very differently than the way that I do now. But I do hope to visit Taiwan again, and now that I'm so much more into stationery, I also realize that Taiwan is like huge on the stationery stuff. You could literally do like a stationery uh, themed Taiwan vacation. You know how there's sometimes there are like themed vacation packages out there? I wonder if anyone has invented like the stationery themed vacation. Is that too much? Like Japan stationery vacation, Malaysia, Taiwan, even in the US, like there are so many destinations and of course there are so many people right into planners, journals, that kind of thing, fountain pens. There must be a demand for it, or if it could be somehow like um, packaged up with also like the stationery or fountain pen like shows that happen around the world. That would be very cool too, um, in addition to general tourist attractions or cultural spots as well. I don't know. Let me know if you know of stationary tours. I think it's such a cool idea. But okay, back to this TN. I'm just showing you little snippets of me working in the insert and filling it up. And I just wanted this special edition TN because one because of Taiwan and another because it was beer themed as well. My husband and I really like to drink beer and cocktails too, but it definitely started with beer and we like to try different types of beers. We go to breweries and the craft brewing like scene here in Italy is pretty big too. Lots of places to visit. If I were to go back to the past, I can definitely document our visits to like different breweries in like Germany, Austria, Italy, as well as back in California. We definitely love our beer. And my husband actually has a book that has a list of like all the beers in the world, which obviously is only up to when that book was published, but he definitely checks it off whenever he has a new beer that he hasn't had before because he's just trying to document all of that. So I wanted to just make this TN about our beer adventures and maybe drink adventures. I think it could extend a little beyond that, more just like drinks, cocktails. But really what that really means is that it's about like the celebratory things, like cheers, because like aperitivo time is a big thing here in Italy when it comes to socializing and hanging out with family and friends. It's basically the time before dinner when you have like drinks and chit chat. So it's just good times together. I think it's a very happy kind of documentation like topic. And so that's what I'm going to use this insert for. And in Taiwan, I think that Taiwan beer is probably the most widely available beer. It's really popular in their country, and the brewery has been around for many, many years. And it has a very interesting history when I sort of looked into it because Taiwan beer sort of existed before the modern day Taiwan. Like it dates back to the colonial years when Taiwan was under Japanese rule, and it wasn't even called Taiwan beer at the time. So it just has interesting history. You can definitely look it up and read about it. And again, I'm just so thankful to have gotten this TN. I'm gonna put in all the packaging, ephemera, and journal about how I got this TN, and just my thoughts on everything and how I'm going to use this insert. And I did already put my first beer label in, and I will be documenting just our drink experiences, aperitivo times, like all that kind of stuff. And I'm definitely excited to keep adding to this and use this TN. I also put a second insert into this TN as well. This is the Travel Tools standard sized insert from 2020, I believe. I'm finally using it. Again, trying not to hoard the things in my ongoing effort to just use it all. I'm like a broken record because I guess I'm telling myself as well, right? To not hoard, to use the things. So I originally had a passport sized insert that I called my joy journal, and it was sort of like a brag book of just happy things that I kept in my purse, about my kids, the things that I love. And it was nice to just have it on me and to flip through it and always be like, um, happy to see it. And my kids eventually like got into it and they were like ripping pages from the back because they wanted like a blank page. But because it was like a simply bound insert, if you rip a page like from the back, then the front, the other the side of the page is going to be loose, right? Because it's just a stack of papers folded in half and stapled or sewn. So I had to, take it all apart because it was just falling apart. And so I'm saving those collagey parts from the old insert and I'm just going to transfer them into this new insert, which is also standard size so that I have way more room, not only for the collage, but also for like photos, stickers, deco, and as journaling as well. So this is all a work in progress. I'm going to call it my joy journal or just like happy things, things to be grateful for that deserve a page, and I like that they're all together and it's something that I can always flip to, and it will always, just bring a smile to my face. Yeah, so this is my Taiwan Beer Traveler's Notebook. It is very simply set up, but definitely it's going to be used, and I'm going to be adding to it ongoing. I suppose another theme for me that is emerging is to enjoy all the things, again, not to be afraid to use the things and to stop hoarding. So, definitely a goal for the new year, to either let things go or to use them, right? So I can declutter my space. And I was thinking maybe this enjoy the things aspect can sort of be a word of the year as well, but couldn't really think of a good word. I don't find it inspiring to just say like use things or something. So I don't know. I can't really think of a good word that encompasses just the general feeling, but let me know if something comes to mind for you. I'm definitely open to ideas, but that was definitely something brewing in my mind as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video, seeing the TN and also how I'm using it. I just really wanted to show you this new TN, but I also wanted to show you how I'm using it and how I started into it so that it's not just an unboxing. I feel like maybe it's more inspiring this way, so let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a happy day. And I also just wanted to encourage you to let yourself just be creative and be inspired and journal about anything your heart desires. To have fun with your supplies and to enjoy your things to the fullest because it's just a big part of what I've realized lately that it's just all about playtime and fun time. This hobby is supposed to be fun and it's supposed to bring joy. So I need to like be more free. I wish you well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you want more stationery videos. Thank you again, and until next time, bye.